Okay, welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. I'm Tim, and we're going to continue on from the last time. Last episode was an hour long, so it was a little bit long. And as we're taking a look at the area that I'm in right now, look at this. We're all noobs. I mean, not really. Well, no, yeah, we're all level 1. There we go. Yeah, level 1. So, I said last time, one of the things I was going to... Oh, and there's another level 1 that just showed up. Last time I was going to say how I was going to spend skill points, because I have skill points now. So you click on the little skill point button, and it brings up your skills. So now we've got both space abilities and ground abilities. So and I have 8,000 to spend. Now I have to be very, very careful because each one of these happens to be 1,000 points worth. So I obviously want to concentrate on things like my space abilities. So I want to be able to do attack patterns, so I'm going to put one there. Weapons training improves starship weapon damage, so I'm going to put one there. You go into the engineering areas here. There's driver coil, improves starship warp speed and full impulse, so I'm going to put one there. Starship batteries. This skill improves the duration of starship batteries. Improving this skill will cause the power gain you receive from batteries to last longer. This skill improves standard consumable and non-consumable batteries. What that means is there's a device you can get which you can put into your bar here, which are batteries, which will help you out later. But I'm gonna go with things like hull repair, because I want to be able to fix my hull faster. Let's see, Starship Energy Drain, improves Starship Energy Drain and Shield Drain abilities. Well, I don't do that. I don't do energy or shield drain. However, I do want to improve my emitters. And I want to improve my, grenades or weapon proficiency. I'm going to go with weapon proficiency to start. Now that's 1,000, or that's 8,000 that I spent. I spent 5,000 in space, and I spent 1,000 in ground. So now I can also go to my other two characters, and I can do some sort of customization here as well. These are the space abilities and ground abilities, so on and so forth. There's also specialization that's up here too. Specialization is currently grayed out because you have to be level 50 in order to be able to activate it. But we're not going to worry about that right now, because the way that things go is much different. See, there is a promotion. I don't have enough expertise to promote this officer yet, so I'm not going to worry about that. Here's my engineer and all of her abilities. And we're going to take a look at the traits. This is the trait tree. These are the personal traits for all of my bridge officers. And then there's my traits. And I will get access to different traits. As you can see, there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and level 60. Then I also have starship traits that will come into play at level 50. And these other ones are space reputation, ground reputation, active reputation, and other, which I have the Delta Recruit. So these ones will come into play with what I was talking about with what's under this reputation tab. I can't do anything with that yet because I can't get access to it until I am level 50. One thing I am going to do though is I am going to put Zara here, because I need an extra person for standard away team mission. So I've got all of my stuff set, and now we're going to fly off to the next mission. If we open up the map, press M on the keyboard, we see that there is our destination. So I'm going to press click. You can click on the destination, and as you can see, your ship will start cruising towards it. Excuse me. and I inhale the SS break-even, which includes mail and bank access, or begin communication breakdown, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start that mission. So I'm going to try and keep it just a half an hour for these episodes. An hour.
We're
was a
here,
little bit too
Captain.
long.
The USS Kittimer is dead ahead, and the Renown is beside us. Our orders are to make contact with the Kittimer and find out why they've not responded to our hails.
Very good. Set a course for the Kittimer. So we'll hit that, and we'll start going over there. We'll go into full impulse, and now we'll hail the Kittimer. Watch static. Let's cut through the static and boost signal.
Yes, sir. I will require approximately 15 seconds to make the necessary adjustments.
Understood.
Captain Volog. Captain Taggart? What are you both doing here?
I'm going to let
We
him.
attempted to inform you that the Renown would be escorting these cadets back to Earth's space dock, but we were unable to establish a subspace link. I thought it prudent to investigate.
Yes, investigate away.
I'm relieved to see both of you. The anomalies must be interfering with our communications. Where is Captain Taggart?
Being the fact that I'm only a lieutenant, I'll let Volok explain.
These cadets were the unfortunate victims of a Klingon ambush. Captain Taggart is dead, and the ship is under the command of this cadet. The Renown was escorting them back to Earth's space dock, but when we could not raise the Kittimer, I deemed it imperative to alter our course and assess the situation. Captain Yim, what is your status?
I'm troubled by the anomalies in this system, and if they're affecting long-range communications, then they're doubly a cause for concern. Let's do this by the numbers. We've already launched 9 probes. Now that they're active, we can do an in-depth scan of the anomalies. With all 3 ships collecting data, we should be able to complete this quickly and formulate a course of action. The Renown has the largest science team, so I recommend we send our data there for analysis. Any questions?
No question, sir.
You're quite confident for a cadet. You remind me a bit of myself when I was an ensign. Of course, I wasn't commanding a ship back then. Let's see how you perform before you start claiming that chair full-time.
Ho, ho, ho. I'll have it full time. You better believe I'll have it full time. Okay, so
You can set your ship's power levels to have a focus on attack, defense, speed, or balance.
yes, that is something I've got to do right now. I've got to figure out what I want it to do. I think right now I'm going to set it to balance.
Reports indicate traces of gamma radiation, but there's something off in the readings.
That means the Incredible Hulk is not far. Oh wait, wrong series. Okay, so scanning. All we're doing is scanning.
Kittimer here. Are you seeing the same gamma radiation levels that we are? I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough. We might need to do a full multiphasic reading. My chief science officer, Commander Davis, suggests that performing a
Excuse me.
reverse tachyon pulse wave scan will solve our sensor issue. Perform your final scans and then report back.
You may have noticed there on the options for answering that one of them said science. That basically means that if you're a science officer, you have access to other
Deflector
options.
dish is realigned for a reverse tachyon pulse wave, sir.
Let's scan this bad boy.
Picking up a transwarp signature. It's right on top of us! The board!
Whoa! So we go from the Klingons right to the Borg. Yay. Fortunately, these are the first few missions, so I'm not going to worry too much because my shields are actually pretty competent against these guys. And the Renown and the Kittimer are nowhere in sight. Yeah, we'll just let that ensign do it. Oh, and they keep calling me an ensign. I am a lieutenant. It says so up on my bar.
The Kittimer is under attack. Use full impulse to reach her quickly.
I can't use full impulse.
Activate full impulse by clicking on the arrow. Deactivate full impulse by clicking on it again.
When you're in combat situations and combat modes, you cannot go into full impulse, which kind of sucks. But we're doing not a bad job so far. I mean, this is a relatively simple mission. There we go. There's another one that's like
Your culture will adapt to service ours.
Ooh, that was a little too close to the Kittimer. Okay, well, they took a little bit of damage. So that's one of the things when you...
This is the emergency medical hologram aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance from any Federation vessel in range. I've lost contact with the bridge. I am unable to contact Commander Davis for new instructions.
Oh, this is Zachary Quinto, who played the role of this very character in the original tutorial that we talked about last
The
time.
Kittimer is being overwhelmed by Borg boarding parties. These Borg are different than the ones in my history records. They seem disconnected somehow. They're strange, but still quite dangerous. I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
Now we'll ask Captain
The
Bullock.
Borg were brutally efficient on the Kittimer. The emergency medical hologram may be in command simply because no one else is fit to do so. The Borg have not been seen in the Alpha Quadrant in decades. Their arrival cannot simply be a coincidence. However, I hesitate to speculate without the full data from all of the probes. I will send teams to aid the Kittimer. You will have to finish the scans. We need to know the extent of the Borg presence here. You must also inform me if you or your crew are unable to continue. The Borg evoke a strong emotional response that can rattle even trained Starfleet officers. A crew of cadets that have already survived a Klingon attack may be unable to cope.
We're
Okay.
scared. We all studied Admiral Janeway's Borg tactics, but no one thought we'd have to use them so soon. It's good that the Renown and Kittimer are here, but I know we need to be ready for the day when we're alone against the Collective. The counselors are already working with the crew. Do you want them to convey a message from you?
Okay, we've got the option of, no, we're wasting enough time. Tell them we're Starfleet officers. We don't have time to be afraid of the Borg. Even though I'm going the ego route with this guy, he's going to have a little bit of
Understood.
compassion.
I'll tell the crew what you said and set a course for the next anomaly. If the Borg show up again, we'll be ready.
Very good.
I have linked the Iota point to your map. Scan there while we see to the Kittimer.
Now, in the original tutorial, you basically, as the only officer available left on the ship, actually beamed over to the Kittimer and helped everything out. But all of that information was from the original tutorial that they had. So what they've done is they've kind of changed it and compressed it a little bit.
Please transmit the data so we may begin our analysis.
Because what they originally had was a full-on Borg attack.
We have your data, and our science team is analyzing it now.
Okay, what is
Our
the condition
tactical
of the...
teams have eliminated the Borg boarding parties on the Kittimer. Why do you ask?
There is an 88.47% chance that you will need my help.
Agreed. Can you help the Renown analyze the data we've accumulated in this system?
I have 75 million gigaquads of computer memory and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe I can spare a few bits of processing power for you.
Let's see what we can determine. Okay, so now I have to go and continue
Borg
to do...
transwarp signatures detected. Prepare your ship for combat.
They're firing. I need help.
Well, I don't want to do that. I mistakenly tried to do a transwarp, and that's not a good thing. Okay, that's one down. Now I gotta go for another one. They really aren't going after the Kittimer. They're pretty much shooting me. So, that's 3 Borg probes. These are just probes. We haven't hit a cube yet.
More Borg! I don't know if we're ready for this.
I have a bad feeling. Well, these are probes. Okay, probes, not bad. Probes, we're doing good. that didn't sound right, but that's fine. Don't listen to the innuendo. Just, you know, focus on the fact that they're not cubes. Okay. Let's see how things are going. These look okay. They look good. They look good. Oh, my turning radius on this is just horrible. Oh, this isn't good. I'm going to be in the middle of an explosion. Okay, see that? I did take a little bit of damage from the explosion, so you do have to be careful as well when you position yourself.
Logically, you can defeat the Borg with Admiral Janeway's tactics.
Oh yes, we're doing very, very well.
You are Starfleet officers. You are prepared for this.
It's a good thing we have a Vulcan telling us this stuff.
Multiple Borg warp signatures detected.
Well, there's a transwarp conduit right there. Of course there's multiple Borg signatures. And these are all spheres. Holy cow. This is...
We're outnumbered.
Ooh.
There's no way we can...
Hang on.
The Borg are departing, most likely for a more strategic target. Direct your fire at the remaining spheres.
Okay.
Focus your fire, and we shall prevail.
That's not bad. I don't mind that. That's okay. That's okay. I was looking a little dicey there with the 87 Borg spheres.
Direct hit.
Okay. Can we destroy that transwarp conduit? That would be awesome.
Here is the situation as we see it. The Borg are using the Pollux system as a staging area for a larger invasion. Long-range sensors are already detecting inbound transwarp signatures. The most likely target for a first strike is the Vega system. There is a civilian colony there, and if the Borg could take it by surprise, they would have large numbers of new drones at their disposal.
Now you notice here there's a tactical option, which is of course for tactical officers. Before there was an engineering option that was grayed out. I couldn't use it because obviously I'm not an engineer. So I'm going to pick that one.
Very observant of you. The Renown is better equipped to hold off further Borg attacks and assist the Khitomer. We must remain here. Once you have warned the colony, return to Earth's space dock.
Okay. We're not going to question
Missions
it.
can be turned in remotely. Click the icon next to the mission to report to the contact and turn in the mission.
Okay, in this case, you've got to click right here.
It is imperative that you warn the colony at Vega of the impending attack.
And
We
here
will do what we can to hold off the Borg here in Vega and repair the Khitomer.
and here
Live
is
long and prosper.
sorry. Here is all of the things that I'm going to be doing or getting with this one. Shield emitters, photon torpedo launcher, deflector arrays, expertise, obviously, and skill points, which I'm going to be getting a lot of those, and Tavrel.
We have to make our way to Vega as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're not too late to warn the colony. Are you ready to go?
Okay, so there we go. We have Tavrel right there. This mission is done, and we can depart the system. You can say not yet if there's a couple of things that you want to do, and there will be an icon that will show up later that will say
Shields up, red
information.
alert.
Oh, that didn't look good. That didn't look good at all. Okay, obviously my ship kind of took a little bit of a beating. Hey, there's all. Look at there's the three of us here. We've all finished this mission, not together, but you know you can do it as a team. And as a matter of fact, you can be a higher level that will automatically be set to the level of the mission to assist. So it's absolutely hilarious when you're this piddly little thing and somebody who's like a level 50 with this ginormous or really, really powerful ship comes along to help you. So, now we could go to the Vega system, or what I'm going to do is I am going to take us direct to Earth Space Dock, which is in the Sol system. You may have noticed on the map, I'm going to bring that up while we talk, or while we travel. There's a whole bunch of other systems that are in here. There's Ryza is a system that you can visit. Starbase 24. You see here there's Pajem, which is one of the Vulcan worlds. There's the Vulcan system itself. There's Wolf 359, which anybody who's watched Star Trek Next Generation will know that Wolf 359 was the place where that massive slaughter happened by the Borg, or of Starfleet. The Borg just absolutely decimated, and it was led by Locutus of Borg. It was also the place where Benjamin Sisko, commanding officer at the time, I believe he was a commanding officer, or it could have been a lieutenant commander. He was on board a Miranda-class vessel, just like this one. And his wife ended up dying in the Borg attack. So, but anyway, we are traveling to Earth Space Dock because there's a couple of things I want to show you. I've got, about 8 or 10 minutes left. Like I said, I want to make this a little bit shorter, because the last time around was an hour and 5 minutes, which was a little long. So I want to kind of condense these and maybe do a mission at a time. While we're cruising, I should also show you this. This is the button that says Hail Starfleet. There's a whole bunch of different information here. You've got an overview of what's going on for the day. And this is your episode list, or this is your mission list. And you have a featured episode right off the bat. But then we have the missions that we're involved in. This one was the first one, which was Welcome to Earth Space Dock. We've already done this one, which is Stranded in Space, Diplomatic Orders. Well, no, these ones are actually we haven't even gotten to these ones yet, to be honest, because there would be a replay option that would be available. So, well, no, we did do this one. I'm sorry, we did do this one because it says cadet, and we're no longer a cadet, we're a lieutenant. As a matter of fact, we're almost level 2. Look at that. So we did Stranded in Space, and we haven't gotten to Diplomatic Orders yet. So we're still doing the Stranded in Space one, or we're about to do the Stranded in Space one, coming up in the next little bit. So we're still on, technically, Earth Space Dock, because we're still on what is called the command track. But you are basically, to start off with, you're a cadet. But one of the things I want to do right now in going to Earth Space Dock, and there's Sol System, that's where we want to go. We are approximately a 1.5 light years away. I know it was more than 1.5 light years before I said that. But that's irrelevant. That is irrelevant to the conversation. While we get there, what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to spend some of these skill points. I want to put one in grenades. I want to put another one here. Oh, I don't want to put that many in there. I still have 4,000 left, so I want to put another one there. I want to put another one there. I got 2,000 still available. I think I want to put one in shields and one in hull repair. Next time around, we'll end up putting one in driver coil. So I will accept that. Okay, we are done that. I'm not fully at Earth Space Dock right now. The sun is quite loud. I guess I can't go into Earth Space Dock. Well, does that ever suck? I guess I have to travel on. Yeah. I guess we will end up going to the Vega system. Now, what I'll do is I'll go to the Vega system. I'll park it. If you're really curious about where what your rewards are and such, so far we've been pretty good. Everything, and including this one, has just been you get all the rewards that are listed. But oftentimes you will have to make a choice of what rewards you are given. So if we go back to here and we go to the ship, here we can put in the deflector dish, brand new deflector dish, so we got a better deflector dish to go with the better impulse engines. I'm going to put this here because I want the different torpedo launcher in there. This is a shield emitter that I'm going to put in here for the science console. So we've got all this kind of crappy stuff that we can get rid of here. And then I'm going to go back to my character, and I'm going to take this hypo spray and I'm going to put it here. Now I can't use that for anything. It's probably something I can't use right at this point in time. You can right click on these as well and press info and it'll give you some information based on that. When we actually use that, I'll get around to showing it off and basically telling you what it is. So we're coming up on the Vega. Well, we got a long ways to go to the Vega system yet. So one of the other things I can show you too is you can actually change how your layout is. So here we go. I have several, 3 different bars that popped up just by pressing on that little button and choosing 1, 2, or 3. And you can change your layout. If you press F12 on your keyboard, this will pop up. So you can move certain things around. Like I'm going to move my bridge officers right here. I'm going to put low priority interaction right there, and that'll be good. So once I'm done with all of that, there we go. It's all set exactly where I want it. I unfortunately can't move that. Now you notice I've got the astrometrics display on here, so I'm flying over a grid. You can remove that if you want. Some people have said that they have found that a little bit disorienting because it's a vast nothingness that is below them. So, and the astrometrics display actually appears to be like a floor. So some people find that disorienting. I am neither here nor there with it. I've got some of my ships, or some of my characters that I have the astrometrics display. Some of them don't. I haven't found it very disorienting for myself at all. So we're making our way over to the Vega system right now. We're almost there, and great timing because we are pretty much at about a half an hour for this episode, maybe a little bit shorter. I think it was maybe 29 minutes ago, 28 minutes ago, but whatever. Not really counting on that. I just know that we're getting close to half an hour. So what we'll do is next time around, I will go and do this mission, this simulation of the Innocent, and I believe there will be a ground portion to it as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the stations now, and I'm going to select DeVrel to join in with the ground abilities for tactical. So, and I'll just get rid of that. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment on what you thought of this, and let me know if there's any other questions you've got. Some of the stuff I am not focusing on right now, simply because of the fact that it's just easier to go with the flow of things. So anyway, thank you once again for following, and I will have another episode coming up in the near future. This is Tim, and thank you very much for playing with me.